getting hammered by a winter storm. It's just now starting to blow in. They're talking 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. So I don't know. Oh, there we go. Now we're back being live. So one of the things I forgot to do was it's Talking Tuesday, baby. We have a whole new background. Let me get out of the way. Let me get out of the way for you guys to see this. And I know y'all can hear me. So who is this? What game is this from? You got you got this guy here getting going, starting to run, running. I don't, it looks like he's pooping and still going. Looks good. I think I might know what's going on with Talking Tuesday, and we're gonna see if we can't do this a different way, just to where I don't know what's going on, why it's getting overpowered, but it is. Uh, if you know what game this is behind me, come come on to my comments. Let me know what's going on, and we'll go from there. I will announce again 1 week from today. Talking Tuesday, this time next week. It'll be tonight's episode and Thursday night's episode, and I will announce the winner of last Thursday. All right, so here's the deal with this indie gamer and Steam kind of an argument. So when it got right down to it, and I seen the artwork on it, I seen some of the scenes of this. I have to agree with Steam. And before I cut out on the last time, if if you didn't hear what I said, I was getting to the point of while us gamers want to have our gaming experience, us adult gamers, we need to be more cognizant of the up and coming gamers. And Valve determined that this game it's from Italy, uh, that it crossed the line and was looking like it was promoting sex with minors or minors in a sexual position. And that is never okay. The company, uh, Santa Ragoni, defended the game. And they were just saying it wasn't. What this was, I'll paint a picture for you, and you can go back and look on PC Gamer and find this. It's not hard to find. It was about Italy right around World War II with uh, Mussolini or whatever his name was. Fascist, everything that World War II was fought about. This game was going to retell it, but in a horror perspective. And they were going to have humans running around with uh, horse masks on, like a horse hood, and they were going to treat them like livestock. One of the scenes that I saw was they had the horse's hood on, and they were all sitting and lined up, and they were butt naked. You couldn't see nothing. You could just see like their buttocks. But at the end of the day, that does cross a line, and I do understand why Steam said absolutely not. Well, after Santa Ragone sent the appeal through the system to Steam again, Steam came out with their higher level appeal and said, absolutely not. No, we don't care. We're standing by our decision. And that's probably a good idea. That's probably a really, really, really good idea. So kudos to them. Moving on to our next topic, Call of Duty. Yeah, you're still out there in the news. This one here is coming from Game Rant. So I guess they have regurgitated older maps from some of the former Call of Duties. The slums. I guess they just released Nuketown for this newest version. Treyarch, give Nuketown a rest. That damn thing's been at a steady state of war for what, 10 years now or better? The article that and you can find it, it's on Game Rant. The article was talking about how there is heavy speculation right now that Call of Duty, Treyarch, they are going to bring back more of the traditional uh, maps from like Call of Duty 3 and 4 and whatnot. And I guess when they launched this, they had a good mix of new maps, but they also had a heavy mix of recycled maps. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't like that, because if I sit here and say that, then I know Fireball is up, and he might be that third viewer that I see up there right now. But he'll probably rush out to the Shire, and he will tell me, you were pissed off when Mario Kart didn't bring back X, Y, Z, and Double A or whatever. And he would be right. I get it. For Call of Duty fans, that is a big draw to the game. You get updated graphics, you get updated everything, and then you go back to this map. However, for some, it is not that. It is, they're actually starting to complain. I don't know what the answer is. The only reason why I wanted the older maps remastered for Mario Kart 8 was because of the length in time between when they came out on the NES and the Super NES to the Nintendo Switch. The ones that they did remaster and they did re-release, they were awesome. Bowser's Castle from the Super Nintendo. That was amazing. What I was looking for in the new Mario Kart 8, and I know I'm getting off, but I'll come back, was Ghost Valley. That was a very fun race for the original NES and the Super NES. I'd have to go back and look and see when they dropped it. It might have been for Mario Kart 64, but I do know that it was in the earlier versions. I only say this because that is one of the very few times that I am an advocate for bringing back old maps or old races. When you have a 20 to 25-year gap between the newest version and the oldest version, start sprinkling some of that older stuff in and showing fans what it looks like today. Hell, some of these fans weren't even alive when it came out, and they only know it as retro, like my background. Uh, Retro's good, but also at the end of the day, what you need to do is you need to let go of the past sometimes, and you need to let them have some creative freedom to come out with another cult classic, another map that you are going to be foaming at the mouth to get in another game. Because let's be honest here, if they just keep releasing map after map after map after map, racetrack after racetrack after racetrack, it is no longer Call of Duty 7. It's no longer Mario Kart 8. It's no longer Final Fantasy 14. It's no longer whatever franchise and whatever number you want to put down there. It just turns into Final Fantasy. Just turns into Mario Kart. Just turns into Call of Duty. Just turns into Battlefield. You see where we're going with this? It isn't much of a change. Especially now with Call of Duty being one of these franchises that releases a new game once every 2 years. Uh that that isn't that big of a gap in between. That there is too soon. Nuketown, and that's a perfect example. Nuketown's one of those that they've had it in like 4 or 5 games now, maybe 6. Hell, I remember playing it back in the mid 2000s, and they just keep bringing it along. Mario Kart was one of those where you had Ghost Valley sitting out there, and I'd have to look, but if it has appeared, it has not appeared in a major installment of Mario Kart since maybe the N64. Wario's World didn't appear, or the original one did not reappear until Mario Kart 8. A gap like that, I can understand. A gap like that, uh, I would be wanting that. But for an organization like Treyarch and Call of Duty, who releases games every 2 years, it is unnecessary. We need to see a little bit more of creative artwork, creativity out of their program because Call of Duty is becoming stale. Maybe that's part of the reason why Call of Battlefield 6 is doing as well as it's doing because most of it is new maps, new concepts. We haven't had another Battlefield for what, 3, 4 years? Call of Duty is just they're circling the toilet and they're about to get flushed. Got my first comment. The bots kill me on Mario Kart too. Yeah. Yes, the AI on Mario Kart, I would have to say, are some of the most ruthless AIs out there, period. End of story. But if you ever play Godfather, I'm even more ruthless than the AI. But you are correct, Ryan. They are something else. I talked about Battlefield 6 just a little bit. So Battlefield 6 right now is free to play. If you are standing on the fence and if you are uh, wondering, is this a game that I want to play? Right now is your chance. Battlefield is free to play until I'm looking it up right now, but I believe it's free to play until like December 10th. Da, da. Yeah, it's live right now. So I will get a date and I will post it on my page. But if you are on the fence about Battlefield 6, or if you're one of these people like Stone Mountain, like I'm trying to think of some other creators, but I'm drawing a blank here. But if you're like them and you're bouncing between the two of them, I suggest you go play that free session to see. Now they're going to cut it off promptly on the 10th, unless you pony up the money. Uh, okay, so Ryan, it's funny that you say that. GoldenEye is being released this year. GoldenEye 007 is set to release here in the next month or so. Uh, the next 007 game, titled 007 First Light, has a release date of March 27th, 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch 2, and the PC. It will be an action adventure game from the developer IO Interactive that tells the original origin story of the younger James Bond before he earned his 00 status. So that is a game that I'm gonna be watching very closely from now until February. I suspect sometime around January 15th, maybe January 20th, we are going to start to see the artwork come out. We're going to start to see what some of these missions may or may not look like. And we're also going to see if there is an online mode. We are so far out right now from it that we know what the name is. We know it's in production. We know everything is being done, but the developer is not going to give away too much just yet. Because if they do, then they're going to run into the same problem that Rockstar has ran into with Grand Theft Auto 6. If there's a problem and they have to delay it, they're going to have all that heartbreak. But yes, there is a 007 coming out. I did see an article about it. I debated on reporting on it during Talking Tuesday, and I just figured I hadn't heard much from anybody about it, so I was like, yeah, the hell with it. I just won't report on it. But great question. Thank you for bringing it up. This is all from Ryan Ferkel, by the way, everybody. Shout out to my brother. Oh, snap. I better hurry up and get the clock tower finished. Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm tired of being cut off, but that's a whole different thing. All right, so we're going to move on to Pokemon. Pokemon Go. Now, as everybody out there knows, I do play Pokemon Go. Uh, there is a new, and I apologize to everybody out there. I have all my show notes written up here. The problem being is something is going funky with my setup because when I open up an article, my live freezes. So I'm monitoring it. I noticed I froze 10 minutes in. I had to shut down, restart. It was a pain in the ass. So now I'm doing it by my cellular phone. So give me just a minute to pull that up, and then we will get going. Oh, they've had a few updates, so I'm trying to find a new one. Here's the long and the short of it, since I can't freaking find it, is they're going to give you the option to get the Mega Ball again. The Mega Ball is going to be uh, offered through the quests and the rewards. They are also going to bring out new research. Now, one of my problems with the Pokemon Go community is, or not the community, but the maker, is the research and the quest and all that stuff. It is the same shit, garbled, recycled, and spit back out at us. I have done 4 quests now and gotten the same reward every single time, no matter how fast or how slow that I've done it. What they're saying in this new update is they're bringing out a new Pokemon or a couple new Pokemon. They are bringing out different rewards for the quest, for the research. That's amazing. One of the things that I thought that they did that was actually beneficial to them is they brought out a Pokemon Go pass, and I'm going to call it a pass. If you're a Pokemon Go player, you know what I'm talking about. You open it up, you hit on that, and it's August, July. What are we? November now. November tasks. What we have to do: 99 great throws, 99 curveballs, catch X amount of ghost Pokemon, catch X amount with fruit or with candy. And then as you do that, you get rewards, you get XP, you get all this other stuff. But here's the problem with it. Again, this is like month 4 for this, maybe 5. It's the same rewards over and over and over again. So as a Pokemon player, when you are out there trying to catch your Pokemon, and this is one of the very few video games that uh, I think is amazing because it catches everything. You have to get out and walk. Are there ways to cheat? Or are there ways to drive around in your car and go find Pokemon? Absolutely, there is. But if you want to get some of the most rare ones, if you want to do, uh, if you want to pass some stuff, you actually have to walk around. It's amazing. Some of you guys are just like me, a little snug around the waist. A little walk ain't gonna kill us. And Pokemon Go does this to where you have something to do. You could be walking on a treadmill at your favorite gym and be at a Pokemon gym where a bunch of Pokemon spawn. It it's just that simple. It's one of those games that it kind of does the best of both worlds. So be looking for that. I think they said it was coming out in December. I can't find the damn thing. Like I said, I got the article. I'm afraid to open it because I don't want my live session crashing. I think what I might have to do going forward is have this stuff on my tablet and have my tablet pulled up and be running it that way. All right. Metroid 4. How many out there has played the franchise Metroid? That is not Metroid, by the way. Not at all. Metroid 4 is absolutely shining on the Switch 2. It is almost like Nintendo made the Switch 2 just for Metroid. The article it's telling us exactly how well it is. You can go find it on Game Rant. Metroid is one of those single player games. If you grew up with that, then this is not. You're gonna want to play this. If you're a new player, it looks like a badass game. By the way, for the 3 other viewers, where am I at? I'm getting all sorts. Right over here. If you're the 3 other viewers, who is this behind me? I'm gonna take a pause real quick and let you see it again. If you can call it out while I'm on the air, I'll give you a shout out. Give me a second. If you could tell me who that is behind me, I'll give you a shout out. All right, let's keep on moving on. We're down to this one here. I'm going to take the chance on it. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do it off my phone because this was just. No, it is not. It is not him. You're kind of funny with that, but no, it's not him. But thanks for the guess. Oh, here's the Pokemon one. I found the Pokemon one. Let's go back one. Here's what they're going to be bringing out. Precious Pass Special Research, Masterwork Research of Precious Cash, new Pokemon to discover. That's amazing. Max Pokemon debuts, Community Days, Go Pass Progression Track. The Go Pass is what I was talking about. Thank God I got it right. Theme stickers. Stickers are worthless. They need to take them out of the game. Go Battle League returns. Pokestop showcases. That's awesome. And seasonal bonuses. Web store deals. You know they have to get their money. Every game out there is all about the money. Oh, there's that fucking Roblox. Nobody cares about Roblox. We're getting close. Here it is. Here it is. All right, so I reported a couple months ago that the EA deal was a done deal, and it is. It closed. $55 billion for EA Interactive. EA brings you Madden football or NFL Madden football, brings you all of the NHL hockeys, brings you all the FCs, which is soccer, brings you Battlefield 6, brings you The Sims, brings you, there's a whole bunch. If you turn on the game and it says EA Sports, it's in the game. This is who I'm talking about. So, by the way, thank you for that like. I appreciate it. Dakota and Ryan, thank you for the like. Michael Graham, thank you for the follow. Connor Green, thank you for the follow, my man. I greatly appreciate it. Uh, Miss Mary Poppins 69. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, man. This side of my screen, that's what's been popping off. Hey, thank you all for all the likes and the follows. I appreciate it. Following its participation in a buyout of EA worth an estimated $55 billion, Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund (PIF) may pull back on some future investments due to get this low funds. The PIF's issue came to light just weeks after it participated in the controversial EA buyout. In late September 2025, EA confirmed that it would be going private on the stock market. It's private now. I'm not going to go through all of this, but there is some very big hint or very big clues in here. EA retained all of the creativity for their games. They are owned by the Saudi government, but they retain the right to create how they want to. That is huge. Without getting political, these are facts, but the Saudis, they look at life a little bit different than the West does. So for them to say you have creative rights over your games, that is absolutely huge. And it is a relief from me. Also, their headquarters is not going to be moving. Something I did not know about this PIF, and I found it interesting when I was reading this article. The Saudi government owns a share in gaming companies like Nintendo, Activision, Blizzard, Take-Two Interactives. Following this deal, EA announced that they would keep their CEO serving in his current position. Their headquarters is not moving from Redwood City, California, so that's good too. However, I think they bit a little bit more off than what they could chew. They're looking at EA like a piggy bank, like a savings account. They're saying it's going to mature later on down the road. They're not looking for it to mature right now. But they're starting to get squeezed. The prince or the controlling government over there, he has fired somebody off of the PIF, hoping to make a turnaround. Only because they own like a ski thing in northern Saudi Arabia. They're supposed to have all robotic workers. I'd love to see that. And a bunch of other investments that haven't panned out. But the one thing that I found that is probably the most interesting out of all of this is the prince. I'm trying to find it right now. I don't want to mess up his name. Prince Mohammed is an avid gamer. So Prince Mohammed, who runs Saudi Arabia, is an avid gamer. Now it all makes sense to me. That's why they own all these shares in all of these games, is because the prince likes to play games from their library. I think it's amazing. Good for you. All right. The best co-op games on Steam before we go. Kind of shocked I found them. Where Winds Meet. One of the biggest games of 2025, and it has a co-op exclusive content. Peak. I've heard of this game. Reach the Summit Daily is some kind of climbing game. Elden Ring Night Rain. This has been nominated in the Gamer Awards. I don't remember what category, but it's been nominated. Steam user rating of 86%. Schedule 1. Steam rating 98. I don't know much about this game. And it's another one that came completely out of nowhere on everybody. Repo R period E period P period O period. Steam user rating of 96. What the hell is repo? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say quite what it is. Hey, thanks for that like. I appreciate you. Split Fiction with a 98% user rating. They don't really give me a description on these games, so some of these games I've never heard of before. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. I know a couple Space Marines. They think they're Marines, but I call them Space Marines. Satisfactory. Some of these games are getting some really generic names, and I kind of like it. Steam user rating of 96%. Helldivers 2. We all know about Helldivers 2. 82%. Battle Crashers. Some of these are just dumb. But it has a 96% rating. Lethal Company, 97. Boulder Gate 3. This is another one that got a Gamer Award nomination. 96%. Sons of the Forest, 86%. We're getting to the end, I promise. The Outlast Trial, 93%. Looks like a horror one. Like I said, they don't tell me too much in here. Stardew Valley, 98%. It looks kind of like a retro game, like, damn it. Uh, there was one on the NES. I can't fucking. Tropic Star or Tropic View or Tropic Island, something like that. For the King, 88%. Remnant 2, 85%. Overcooked 2, 90%. Overcooked 2 was a pretty fun game. I have played it. Grounded, 92%. Grab Champions. What the fuck? 98%. There's a lot of you out there that like to play games where you can just turn your brain off and just play. I'm starting to see this. Left for Bet or Left 4 Dead 2. Valheim 94. Don't Starve Together 95. Payday 2 89. Hey, thanks for that like over on Kick. I appreciate you. Sea of Thieves 90. And that looks like Portal 2 98%. Deep Rock Galactic 97%. Here, just when I think we're almost done, now we're done. That's it. That's all. All right. So all those games have co-op. So that means take your butt over to Steam. I'm sure they're going to have some kind of big Black Friday fucking deal. So get on over there, get whatever game you want to get. And remember, if you're in the Midwest or you're in the upper Midwest or hell, if you're in like the middle half of the country, Just get a game, sit down, and chill out, man, because it's going to be it's going to be a snowy week. So until next week, that does it for Talking Tuesday. Now, let's talk about Thursday. Everybody knows I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow morning. As soon as I get done with this, I'm going to be eating my dinner, and then I'm going to bed because I got to be up early in the morning to get on the road. Talking Tuesday or Talking Tuesday, yeah, we're in Talking Tuesday, dumbass. Thirsty Thursday is recorded. It's scheduled to go up onto Facebook and YouTube Thursday at 7. Same time, same bat channel. Nomad Gamers are going to be recorded and they're going up on Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Nothing changes except I'm going out of town. So, in the good words of my good friend Santiago Cirillo, your negativity can't break me. You're beautiful the way you are. Keep gaming. If you're out there playing a game and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for watching Talking Tuesday. Thank you for your support on both sides. You can't see it. My mini feeds over here and my comments are over here. And both of them been lighting up. I appreciate you. For all of you out there, have a very happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe Thanksgiving. Remember, keep gaming. Until I see you a week from today, peace and love.